I'm a lawyer with a large law firm here in New York. I'm a litigator, trial lawyer. I started out as a runner, and as my knees started to give out a little bit, I decided I ought to give them a break, and I became a swimmer. So I've been swimming for quite a while, probably 30 years. About 8 or 9 years ago, I met a group of guys at the New York Athletic Club who were also swimmers, and we decided to start doing long distance swimming. So we have swum around Manhattan. We've done that 5 different times. And then we did swim the English Channel in 2008, and we were successful in our first attempt. Because I swim so much, I'm very sensitive to changes, and I began to both slow down and get out of breath in the pool. And then I started to notice I was getting out of breath, I was getting winded just walking upstairs. Dr. Montantonakis put me on a Holter monitor for 24 hours, and when they got the results, he called me immediately and said, there are people here who are wondering why you're not in the emergency room. You've got 4 and 5 seconds between heartbeats. Then we talked about, which pacemaker to put in. And he had decided that the pacemaker, the Biotronic model they ultimately put in, was really the best thing for me. One of the reasons was that I'd be able to do a full-body MRI if I ever needed it. I'm obviously very conscious of my health, and MRIs are a procedure that are not uncommon and they're very important diagnostic tools. So the fact that I could undergo a full-body MRI with this was actually something that was reasonably significant to me. I've had MRIs before, so I understand their importance, their potential importance. This model was especially good for my needs as a swimmer because, as opposed to other models, it was especially able to sense the need for increasing my heart rate when I needed that for oxygen flow when I was in the pool and I was sprinting, for example. I was really very pleasantly surprised at how, in some ways, easy the procedure was. That procedure was done on a Monday. I was released on a Tuesday, and I was back in this office on Wednesday. I was sore for a day or two because they put it underneath the muscle rather than underneath the skin. But I have virtually no discomfort at all now, and it's only 2 weeks later. I have the comfort of knowing that I'm being monitored, on a reasonably consistent basis. I'm biking every morning on a stationary bike for 45 minutes, and working it pretty hard. I feel great. No difficulties breathing. Heartbeat's gotten up to where I wanted to get up to. So I've been feeling great. I'm confident I'll be able to swim again in another couple of weeks as soon as everything is set and I get the go-ahead from Dr. Montantonakis, but I'm counting on 2 weeks.